Thanks for joining us on Find Adventure. I'm Coach Mickey. And for those of you that have been watching my YouTube channel, thank you so much. I've had so much fun doing some of these videos, and a lot of you know that it's all about making today amazing. It only happens once. So we finding adventure in your own backyard, but also it's a lot more fun when you've got friends to share some of their adventures. So today with me is my dear friend, Jody Moncrief. And for those of you that follow me on my other podcast, you probably have seen her as a familiar face. So today we're just going to have some fun and talk about some of our adventures, especially yours, because you just came back from someplace really fun. And I'm excited, especially with fall. And how you liking my fall background to get into the
Love
season?
it. I love it.
so,
I love
so
it.
anyway, when we were walking, and again, you guys see a lot of our videos and some of the stuff that you see down in Dana Point and then along the way in the harbor. Usually it's Jody and I together walking, doing our I call our therapy walk, just taking in. And how lucky are we to live in Southern California and experience these things. So I get to share it with you. I get to share it with you. So today, this first kickoff video, I wanted Jody to share her adventure that she just found. And that was really kind of cool because you've been actually adventuring off a lot on your own lately, haven't you?
It's turned out that way. I'm not normally, but it's turned out that way.
Yeah, but you know what though, I love this because a lot of people or friends that I come in contact with or reach out to me, they're like, oh, why do you do it by yourself? And I could never travel alone. I'm like, it's no different than traveling with somebody else. It's just a matter of making the decision to do it and go. So tell me because you just took off and went someplace just recently that was to experience the autumn.
Yes, and I just got back. So this is early October that we're talking. So I left in late September and took a plane to two of them to Grand Junction. And it's an international airport. It's kind of in the southern part of Colorado. And went to visit a girlfriend, and we drove to a really cool place I want to share with you, which is Glenwood Springs.
Oh wow,
What a great place.
that's
So
pretty cool.
so from Orange County, California, it only took 2 hours, an hour flight to what do you call Phoenix, and then an hour to Grand Junction, which is an international airport. So from Grand Junction, we get up and we drive only an hour and 15 minutes. And this is really cool. The Colorado River, we're on the 70, the Highway 70, and the Colorado River is right along the side of us. And I'm not used to that being in Southern California, having a river on the side. And that, I swear, that was so cool to begin with. And so we drive up about an hour and 15 minutes, and we go to a place called, I wanted to make sure, Iron Mountain Hot Springs.
Oh wow. Okay.
And oh my gosh, it's again right on the Colorado River, and it's mineral pools, various mineral pools. They let you in for about 3 hours, and you get wristbands. There's food there, there's alcohol there, and you stay there for 3 hours, go in the different pools. They all have different minerals. Each pool has a different name of a country and what minerals would come from that country.
Oh
And then
wow. Okay.
how hot it was. So they were between, like, I don't know, 98 degrees and 108. But
Wow.
you're just relaxing, and you've got this beautiful fall foliage and the Colorado River as your backdrop and the mountains, and it's just the most relaxing, really cool, really fun. It's one of those things, Mickey, that I was sitting there and I almost wanted to cry because it felt so
Oh.
good. I just thought, oh my gosh, I took 150 million different pictures. I just wanted to really remember the moment because I don't usually go anywhere during the fall other than, local.
Yeah.
And so it was just really, it was relaxing, and it was just really, really fun. I would highly recommend it. And this is really cool. Now, I would never do this because I'm not really a mountain. I'm not really a theme park. I get the feeling this place is like a Magic Mountain type.
Uh-huh.
So right there at the base of this Iron Mountain Hot Springs is their trams to go up to this adventure park called Glenwood Caverns Adventure Park. And the whole park is up in the mountains,
Oh, wow.
up
Okay.
above. And so you can see the orange trams going back and forth. And I thought, wow, that would be such a cool, if you were into that. Again, I'm not into the whole ride thing other than Disneyland or something like that. But I just thought that would be a cool destination for both, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Wow, I love the fact. So you're saying that each one of these hot springs had different minerals from like different countries to be able to experience. That's
Yes,
this was they all hot? Now, was it from the natural hot springs of what was naturally there,
it
and then
was.
they added the mineral? Oh, really?
It
Wow.
was.
Okay.
And so everything except for one, they had a cold plunge pool that was 50 something degrees, that was just 55 degrees. It was freezing, but it was an incredible feeling to get in as much as you could and get out and then walk around and then go to the other ones. But yeah, they have like 12 different countries, and
Wow.
so 12 different the mineral springs were represented by like 12 different countries, and they're all right there on the Colorado River, so you can see people floating by every once in a while. Not that many because it's the time of the year, but and it was, so I think we were there on the 29th of September, so it was just barely, early 70s,
Uh-huh.
degrees. But just, I cannot tell you how incredibly relaxing, exhilarating, and fun that it was. It was great. So we had a reservation down the street, down the road, at what was it called? Hotel Colorado. And this is a historical, gigantic hotel built in 1893. And I think Presidents Taft and the first Roosevelt came there because there's another hot springs that was right in front of the hotel, and they would come there from all over the United States. People would come, and so a couple of the presidents came, and I think it was the hotel served something to the Navy, or I can't remember what exactly it was, but it was so cool, and the rooms are gigantic. Now, we paid $280, which is not usually something I'll pay for a room, but it was gigantic. The halls were big. That they had a bar downstairs that, the whole hotel had historical pictures, and it was really, I mean, it had been renovated, but I would highly recommend it if you want to um, do something special, because it
That
was,
is
yeah,
really neat. I
yeah,
bet that is absolutely beautiful. Now, the leaves really hadn't changed full force at the in September. Or were they, well, I don't know, you were at a higher elevation, weren't you, in
yeah,
Colorado? So were
yeah.
they
I
changing at the time?
Yes, it was beautiful. The gold, the orange, the reds. I wish I had pictures
Really?
to share with you. I should have brought some because I took enough. And so outside my window of the hotel, I could see the trams going up to the adventure park, and just the mountains, the backdrop. I mean, it was gorgeous, 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 and I would highly recommend it. And there's even a porch in front. And the holidays would be a great time to go. Any holiday, because I know they decorate to the nines.
Yeah.
And then, so you've got another hot springs, more where the other one was more updated and more of a retreat kind of, deal. The other one was more of like a public pool, in more inexpensive, but it's, mineral springs. We were trying to treat ourselves for something special,
Uh-huh.
so we went to the other one, but I would definitely go to this one. And so you walk over the bridge over the Colorado River again, and you've got this cute little town that's all brick, and from the 1800s, and they have Doc Holliday everything. If you or anybody you know loves, say, Tombstone or any of those, they have a lot of places there where Doc Holliday supposedly passed. They have a grave inside one of the stores, and there's a lot of souvenirs and shops and restaurants, and it's so cute. I really want to go back there. Actually, I went by myself with girlfriends, and I want to take my husband back there because it was so fun. And the restaurants were just incredible. They were really, really good restaurants, and a great variety, really good.
Wow. Wow, that sounds like a great trip. I remember when you told me you were going to go. So you actually got a lot more out of it than I think you had actually expected. Because I remember you telling you were going to go out to Colorado and visit a friend, but when you came back, I know how excited you were. Isn't that fun to find something, especially when you really have no idea what you're going to do or where you're going? I mean, you can kind of where you're going, but you don't
Yeah.
have any expectations, and then you just kind of discover it as you go along. And that's the fun part. So what would you say was the most interesting thing? I mean, all of it sounds amazing and interesting, but what shocked you the most when you got there that you really had no idea?
Well, that adventure park on top of the mountains, the whole
Yeah.
adventure park that you have to go, take a tram to. I thought, wow, that's amazing. There's so many people I know that would love that, that absolutely love that. And what's funny is I don't even think I knew where we were going, so I didn't do any research or anything. And so I think that's why I was so, in awe, and I wasn't realizing that the trees were everything's changing. And I guess there's something out there called colors, and it's during the time that the trees turn, and in Colorado they have concerts and different venues that celebrate the changing of the colors.
Oh man.
Amazing, because you always think about the East Coast, for colors.
Yeah,
So
yeah. And see, me being originally from New York, I was so used to that. I'm moving to Southern California. Honestly, autumn is one of my favorite seasons, one of my absolute favorite, and I miss it. And I always tell people, they say, "Oh, how do you love living in Southern California?" I always say, we go to winter, winter doesn't come to us, because we can take a trip up to the mountains. But it's the same thing with fall. Now, there are I've noticed some areas here where people have planted trees that do change colors. Like I got a couple neighbors that I'm seeing the trees are starting to change. And have you ever driven down Capistrano going to, as you're going towards Dana Point? There's that row of all those oak trees, and they every year is my favorite road to drive down because they all change colors, but it's nothing like
nothing
what I've
like
seen
that.
back, or what you saw
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Colorado.
Oh, Camino Capistrano.
That's
Are you
it.
talking about
Yeah,
that? Yes, I
that's
love
it.
that
Yeah,
road.
yeah. And it's just like, although, and it's my favorite because those trees actually change colors.
Yes.
But yeah, I do miss it. And I've got videos that my dad would send to me. Matter of fact, I just put one up again I'm going to put one up today on the YouTube channel that I have been saving them. And my dad had sent all these, uh, uh, YouTube videos to me from the changes of the leaves when I was here in California, just to be able to experience it. So yeah,
Awesome.
how lucky that you got to see it firsthand. I mean, that is just absolutely amazing.
Yes.
So yeah, now you and I have got an adventure that we're going to be putting up this week, and I'm excited. I'm really excited about this.
Yes, I'm excited about it too. And then I thought of another adventure we can do is San Juan Capistrano.
Oh
I
yeah,
think you put something up, but I mean, really like show everyone the
yeah.
beauty of this cute little historical town of San Juan Capistrano.
Yeah, I did. You know what it is? I was there. I went there for lunch, and I was walking around, and I just walked through the historical area. But I think it'd be really fun, like you said, because I'd like to go back to the mission, and show like the little antique store. I mean, there is so much charm and history in San Juan Capistrano. I mean, if you can have history in California, I mean, where do we go
There
back to the
is,
1800s?
there is, and then
Yeah.
they're building that whole gigantic area behind on the other side of the track. That whole big area. I can't remember what it's called, but they're putting in restaurants and shops and different things.
Really?
And I
Wow,
think they're maintaining the whole historical value, the whole historical feeling.
that'll be
Yeah,
fun. Well,
yeah.
and I love that. I love discovery. I mean, that's what's fun about finding adventure every day. There's stuff probably right in your own hometown that you take for granted. I remember, when I first moved here to California, family would come out and they were like, I want to go here, I want to see this, I want to see that. And once you got past all the Hollywood stuff and the regular tourist things, I was like, okay, now let me show you some of the really cool things about Southern California. Because everybody comes to California, the first thing they want to do is either want to go to LA or they go to San Diego. They hit all the norm.
Right.
Whereas, you and I know some of the secret spots to go to, like San Juan Capistrano, Laguna Beach,
Ain't a point.
Dana Point, I know, our go-to
Our
place.
favorite.
Yep. And even San Diego, a lot of people don't realize there's so much more to do in San Diego than just SeaWorld.
There's
Yeah.
so
And
much.
you and
And
I,
then on the way down there,
yeah,
you've got the Oceanside, Carlsbad, Solana Beach, Cardiff,
yeah,
Del Mar, La Jolla.
yeah. And they all have their own history too, which is really kind of fun. These little hidden gems. But I'm excited because the next thing you will hear from us is that we're going to Riley's Farm Friday. I am so excited.
Yay, the apple farm.
I know.
In the height of fall. I've never been. I'm so excited. I'm glad you're taking me.
I know it's gonna be fun. We're gonna go pick some apples and some pumpkins, and we'll bring you along with us and share that as a video. Well, I am so glad that you had some time to stop by and share your adventure, because I was so excited when I heard and how much fun you had and what you did, because just getting out there and experiencing something different, just real quick, I'm just going to ask you off the cuff, how do you find a little adventure every day? Like, what's something like everybody's like, well, I work and I got a family and I can't take off a weekend. Yeah. But you can find adventure every single day and do something different. So what would you say something you would do to find a new adventure?
Well, okay, right now I'm looking out my office window and there are hills in the background, or the mountains, hills. I guess here we call them hills. There's gigantic trees, there's clouds, and I've got squirrels. So I've got my whole little adventure park back here. I've got squirrels, my what do you call them? Little lizards, and I can see my cats watching them and freaking out over them. That's my little adventure, right here in my own space
Oh,
that I
I love it.
appreciate. It's, what the main thing is, that I look out and I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's there all the time, but
Right.
I really appreciate it. Yeah.
And that's the difference. We get so accustomed to things always being right there. It's sort of like living here. We live near the ocean, but you and I still appreciate it. We go down there,
We never get,
twice a week just
yeah,
to walk, and it's like every day. It's never the same. It's
no,
never the same.
we never
And
get tired of it.
yeah,
It's so funny because remember I said, I love this so much right here, with the ocean and the whole spot. But I have like 100 pictures of it, so I'm not going to take any more pictures. But I just love it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, how many pictures have we taken of our rock? Our
Oh
rock
my
that we
gosh.
see.
Oh my gosh.
But it always
Probably
looks
over
different.
1,000 between the two of us. But you
Yeah.
know what? We never tire of the beauty.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
we're
know.
so fortunate.
That is the most important thing. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Well, thank you for stopping by. I'm so excited. We're going to take you with us on Friday, and we'll Jody and I will actually share that adventure with a lot of pictures and some video. And we're going to come back and talk about that one too, because that'll be fun.
That'll be fun. All
Yeah.
right.
All right, you guys, remember,
Thanks
today
for
only
having me.
happens once. Make it amazing. Go find your adventure every day. See you next
Bye.
time.
See ya.